Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. Whether you're somebody who's been shooting for a long time or maybe you're new to shooting, the simple fact of the matter is that ammunition these days is really not cheap. Unless you're somebody who's a seasoned reloader and you've really been building a stockpile, to get into shooting now can be kind of expensive. We're looking at prices that are double or triple what they were before all this pandemic craziness happened. So the good news is that you have a lot of options. You've got some dry fire practice that you can do. You can reload your own ammo and save a little bit of money. You can just choose to not shoot at all. Or you could look into something like this, the Mantis Laser Academy Training Kit. Now, in the nature of full disclosure, this product was sent to me from Artisan Tony. He's another YouTuber that's been around for a long time. I consider him one of the OGs of the gun video world. And I will put a link to Artisan Tony's channel at the end of this video. And Tony, I want to send you a thank you for sending this to me, as this product did not come to me directly from Mantis. So what we're going to do is just show you what comes in the box. We're going to show you how it runs, although there's a lot of options for using it. Also just show you how much fun you can have with it and what you can learn from a product like this. So let's go ahead and get started doing the unboxing of this product, and then we'll get it set up. All right, so as of November of 2021, this particular training kit runs $149 over at the Mantis website, and they have a lot of different options. They have a portable version of it. They've got different lasers you can get for different calibers. Let's see what you get in the standard training kit. All right, so it says, thank you for your patience. Here's a special gift to you. All right, and to start off, you're going to get yourself a tripod system, and this tripod, along with your cell phone, is what's going to be used to hold your phone, which is going to be running the Mantis program while you are practicing. So you do get the tripod that you can use, so you don't have to go buy anything extra for it. Let's take a look at it real quick and see what it looks like. Okay, so the tripod itself is nice. It's got an all-metal construction. Looks like there's a place down here to store some extra batteries if you need to, some CR2032s. Okay, it gives you a lot of adjustment options for angle and so on. They do give you an adapter that you can use for your cell phone. Now, I've got a huge old phone that I don't use anymore, and I don't know if my phone's going to fit in here. If it doesn't, I actually have a larger one that I can use, but this just uses a standard tripod attachment. So if you happen to have something special that you want to use with your phone or your tablet, you should be okay. There's also some rings that come along with it. These might be target stands. It's what they kind of look like. So you can set these up instead of having to hang them up, which is a nice option. Okay, you also have your start-stop cards and a bunch of different target cards that show you the variety of different games that you can play that coordinate with the program that you're going to be downloading onto your phone. So let's just take a look at a few of these and see what we have here. So you've got the control card that you use to start and stop the app, clear and close the app when you're done with it. Regular control, a couple different targets you can use. You've got an IDPA target, which is pretty cool. Okay, IPSC. Now you can set this up at some pretty decent distances. I'm only going to be setting it up at like 7 or 8 feet, and that's it, as I'm just practicing this in my living room. B27 target. So it's going to check your accuracy and also your speed, your draw speed, and your trigger pull and all that fun stuff. Here's a BT25 trigger. Okay, you got a hostage target. So there's lots of different options for you. I think we'll just play around with maybe the control target. Just the basic target that you get, the first target that we just showed you, to learn how to use the system. Yeah, just your control target. You can also adjust things like the bore height of the laser beam, so it'll compensate. So if you're running a high dot sight, it'll basically line up more closely with your barrel, so it's more accurate, depending on what kind of sights you're running and so on. All right, let's go and check out the little pouch and see what's inside the pouch, and we'll go ahead and get started. I've already downloaded the program using the Android store, so I've got that all set to go. Okay, you've got a small portable tripod you can use, and this can also be, wrapped around different things like poles and so on. So depending on the kind of location that you're at that you're going to practice in, you'll have that kind of a setup. Okay, you've also got your cell phone mount that comes along with it. Believe that we have the 9mm, possibly 380 target, if I'm not mistaken. This should be the 9mm. So I don't see any markings on it. We'll check and see what's on. Okay, it does light up when you tap the back of it. Essentially, this is going to go down your barrel, and obviously we'll have to clear the firearm here in a minute. And these little O-rings are used to keep it in place, and then every time your striker hits the back or firing pin hits the back, it's going to set off a little laser beam that's going to record your shots. You also get a wooden dowel that you can use to push out this little adapter when you're done using it. I kind of have an idea about something I'd like to try here in a little bit after we test out the pistol and see what happens to it. Some sort of a grip mat. We'll have to see what that's all about. Let's see, we've got some cards here. We've got a quick start guide that comes with it. They also have the Blackbeard trigger auto reset system, which is really cool. It runs with an AR-15 platform. We've also got an access code here for the targets that I don't want to show you because I don't want anybody to use them before I do. So I've got to get those going on. and then also some little portable targets that you can use with the travel kit. So everything you need in this complete kit is all set to go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get it set up, and we will install the laser in the barrel, and we'll go ahead and go from there. All right, so far setup has been super duper easy. I just went ahead and put the tripod on a small table. I've got an old phone right here. I loaded the app. I went ahead and just created an account and signed into it. I've also got, and they do tell you where to go to get the apps and the instructions, no big deal. And I've got 2 targets that are set up on the wall. I'm gonna try to stand about 4 yards away. That's the distance that they recommend for the size of targets that I'm running right now. And we'll go ahead and get started with just one of the basic drills, and I'll kind of talk to you about what's happening as we do it. As for the firearm, it has been cleared. The ammunition, magazine, and bullet that was in the chamber is now stored in the other room. And we've got the little laser target that's in there right now. The little laser pointer, laser projector is in the barrel. And to get that out, you can use the wooden dowel, okay? We'll go ahead and dry fire. Here we go. And you can test that to make sure you've got that projector far enough into the barrel by dry firing, and you'll see the dot pop up on whatever you're pointing the gun at. Just make sure you're pointing it in a safe direction. All right, let's go ahead and continue. So I'm starting off with basic pistol marksmanship. That's what the name of the course is. You just click on Start Course. Wants to allow Laser Academy to take pictures and record video. You can allow that or deny that. Oh, what I thought down there was the CR2032 battery storage is actually a Bluetooth remote. I think maybe you can pair it up with your phone so you can use some of the advanced features of it. But we're just going with the simplest setup that we possibly can. All right, we'll check and see what it wants us to use for the target. The BT5S at 4 yards target, 5 shots, and minimum score required is going to be 35. So let me go ahead and swap out the targets real quick. Okay, so I did have to move my phone forward a little bit. These are just little things you're going to run into as you're trying this out. I had to get the target within place, and I went ahead and just did a quick little sample off camera because it was taking some time to get the target at the right distance. Also, having a lot of light above it was creating glare that was actually washing out the target for the camera on the phone. So you have to adjust your light a little bit. So I did turn the light off down there. I've got a couple lights on behind me, but now everything is okay. So let's go ahead and try this again. We're going to do 5 shots on the BT5S target, and we will see what happens. Okay, so to start off, you go ahead and take a shot. So I'm going to back up just a little bit here. Go ahead and take a shot at start stop on the left-hand side for that piece of paper. That's going to start the target, going to start the game. And you do 5 shots as quick as you can. There's my 5 shots. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So challenge 1 of 13 completed. I think it's going to take you through all the different targets. It said my score is a 48. The minimum required is a 35. We're going to go ahead and view the results, and I'll bring the camera a little bit closer to show you what I'm seeing right now. All right, so just to show you what I see, we've got 5 different shots. It's got 1.86 seconds, 2.02 seconds. It was a total of 9.25 seconds for 5 rounds with a total score of 48. You need 35 in order to go on. And again, this is at 4 yards. It does have your fastest speed with a little fireball next to the clock to show you what it is. I like that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So why don't we see what the next challenge is, and we'll go on. Okay, so BT5S, 4 yards, using only your primary hand from the same distance of 4 yards, achieve a score of 35 or higher. This type of target is required. Okay, cool. So we're going to be doing just single shooting with one hand, not having both hands on the trigger, and we'll see if we can pull this one off. All right, let's go move the camera back, and we'll take you through that one. Oh, I totally flung that one. All right. Wow, I do not want to see what those scores are. Wow, score 46, minimum 35 required. Jerry Mitchell, look out, baby. Here we go. All right, so one thing I want to say is I really do like it. Obviously, I need to play around with it a little bit more and learn some of the ins and outs and you know, kind of figuring out the distances and getting it set up, and maybe set up some place in my house where I get a little bit better natural light that doesn't wash out the target. But right now, it's pretty cool. So now I've got something special. I want to try something. I don't think I've ever seen this on other Mantis videos for this particular Laser Academy trading kit. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, so let's see if this will work with my pistol caliber carbine. Now this might be one of those times where I want to get into the fine-tune settings to adjust the elevation offset of my sight versus my barrel, but we're just going to run with it anyway. So When I put the laser bullet in the barrel, the practice laser, I did have to leave it back just a little bit, just to the point that it just seated itself inside the chamber, and I practiced it a couple times and it did dry fire, and produce the dot every single time, so we should be good to go. If you push this laser in too far forward, the firing pin's not going to make contact and it's not going to be able to engage the laser and shoot it. So if you use a PCC and try it, you might have to fiddle around with it a little bit just to get the laser exactly how you want it, but it really took me about 2 seconds. Now, this unfortunately is not going to push your round out of the barrel because this has, I think, like a 10-inch barrel or something like that. So I did use a cleaning rod with a little polymer jag on the end of it just to push my bullet back as I was making my adjustments. So if you do this, just be ready in order to get your laser out. Okay, let's go and try this again. All right, so it does work with your PCC, and like I said, it took me just a few minor adjustments to get the laser to sit in the barrel. It's not moving at all. It's right where it needs to be, and this is pretty cool. It's going to expand it even beyond your basic pistol. All right, so again, what's cool about this, you can view the results. You can see what your time was between shots, 1.44 seconds. Obviously, if I was using the actual AKV, I could really fire the shots off a lot quicker. It does show you where the majority of your shots were hitting, if you have any tendencies to pull your trigger in a certain direction, and I really like that. It's giving me a lot of good feedback overall. Now again, this is just one of the slew of activities that's available on it. You can cancel the course if you want to. You have a lot of different options when you get into it, different drills, different courses, and so on. And I'm going to keep going on this one until I get all the way through it. It's going to now have me go into the IDPA course. But again, just want to show you the basics of how this thing is going to work. All right, so let's just be real about this for a minute. Is this the exact same thing as taking a full course with live fire, live ammunition? No, but this is a nice, fairly inexpensive alternative to doing those types of activities, especially when it gets cold. If you live in the place where I live, and the winter months are not fun to go out to the range and you're not taking any courses. Also, you are building some of that muscle memory of charging the firearm, pulling the trigger, handling the weapon. It does show you what kind of general fatigue you start to feel after shooting the weapon over and over and over again, which might be a sign that maybe I need to do some more exercise. But again, I do see this as a viable system that you can use. You know, the whole family can play along if you want to. You can start the kids at an early age, teaching them how to shoot, you know, trigger control, discipline, and things like that. And I really think that offers a lot of options for everyone. So the Mantis Laser Academy Training Kit has left me impressed. Again, once you get the phone set up and the tripod, and you get the lighting situation set up, which doesn't take a whole lot. You just get it to the point that it recognizes the targets and you're good to go, and then you are good to go. So anyway, guys, this is Travis P11. Please like and subscribe. Make sure you check out Artisan Tony's channel. I'll put a link to his channel at the end of this video, and I'll put a general playlist of his videos up there for you too, so you can check it out. But in the meantime, guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe. Check out our little podcast called Caliber Corner, which we do Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Central Time over here on YouTube. And you can find me on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Gunstreamer and UGEtube and guntube.org. All those places is where you can find me. So this is Travis P11. Mash that bell, like and subscribe. Have fun, be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.